A Special Education Organization Guide 2. Chapter 1. Special Education Organizations. Special Education Organizations 1. AECMN.org, epub, Association for the Education of Children with Medical Needs. On its history and organization. AllKindsOfMinds.org, All Kinds of Minds, provides training and research findings for teachers, and a database of intervention strategies. NACD.org, the National Academy for Child Development, NACD, an international organization of parents and professionals dedicated to helping children and adults reach their full potential. NAPCC.org, National Association of Private Special Education Centers, NAPSEC, a non-profit association whose mission is to represent private special education centers, in the USA, and their leaders. PETC.org, Parent Educational Advocacy Training Center, PETC, assists the families of children with disabilities through education, information, and training. PETC builds parent-professional partnerships to promote success in school and community life. Based in Virginia. Special Education Organizations 2. CowCNline.org, Citizens Alliance to Uphold Special Education. ClosingTheGap.com. PeakParent.org. Pacer.org. Tash.org. TheaRC.org. Section 504 and the Americans with Disabilities Act. ed.gov/pubs/parents/including/chapter3.html, IDEA, Section 504 of the Rehabilitation Act and American with Disabilities Act. This is a publication for parents explaining the differences between IDEA, Section 504 and the American with Disabilities Act, ADA. This site helps parents to find services and supports as identified under the law. ed.gov/about/offices/list/ocr/transition.html, students with disabilities preparing for post-secondary education, know your rights and responsibilities. The Office for Civil Rights, OCR, in the U.S. Department of Education is providing the information in this pamphlet to explain the rights and responsibilities of students with disabilities who are preparing to attend post-secondary schools. ed.gov/about/offices/list/ocr/index.html, United States, Department of Elementary and Secondary Education, Office for Civil Rights, OCR. The federal government has general responsibility for overseeing compliance, technical assistance and enforcement, of Section 504 and the ADA. DisabilityInfo.org, New England Index. New England Index, a project of the UMass Medical School located at the Shriver Center, provides information about programs and agencies, physicians, dentists, and consultants that serve people with disabilities. Index also coordinates the Mass Network of Information Providers, MNIP, a multi-agency collaboration that provides telephone information and referral at over 50 sites across the state. 800-642-0249. curry.virginia.edu/academics/areas-of-study/special-education, special education areas of study. Special Education Areas of Study from the Curry School of Education at the University of Virginia. apps.militaryonisource.mil/mos/f, p=efmp_directory home 0::ekmt 37.30.20.10.0.0.0 lists some special education organizations that apply to everybody. brighttots.com. ARC. TheaRC.org. A national community-based organization advocating for and serving people with intellectual and developmental disabilities and their families. Center for Early Learning and Literacy, CEL. EarlyLiteracyLearning.org. Promotes the adoption and sustained use of evidence-based early literacy learning practices. Early Head Start National Resource Center. SNRC.org. Easter Seals. EasterSeals.com. Provides education, outreach and advocacy for people living with autism and other disabilities. Exceptional Parent Magazine eParent.com. ideapartsida.ed.gov/part-c/search/new. IDEA Infant and Toddler Coordinators Association ideainfanttoddler.org/index.htm promotes mutual assistance, cooperation, and exchange of information and ideas in the administration of Part C, early intervention, provides support to state and territory Part C coordinators. ParentCenterHub.org National Early Childhood Technical Assistance Center, NECTAC, nectac.org/default.asp works to ensure that children with disabilities, birth through 5 years, and their families receive and benefit from high-quality, evidence-based, culturally appropriate, and family-centered supports and services. National Early Childhood Transition Center, NECC, hd.uki.edu/sf/nexc/home.aspx investigates and validates practices and strategies that enhance the early childhood transition process and support positive school outcomes for children with disabilities. Parent Center Network parentcenternetwork.org/parentcenterlisting.html supports the work of state and regional parent centers. The link is to the index of parent centers for each state. Technical Assistance Center on Social Emotional Intervention for Young Children, TACCI, challengingbehavior.org/ uses research that shows which practices improve the social emotional outcomes for young children with, or at risk for, delays or disabilities and creates free products and resources to help decision makers, caregivers, and service providers apply these best practices. The Right Idea therightidea.tadnet.org/articles provides information regarding the State Performance Plans, SPP, and Annual Performance Reports, APR, states are required to complete. 0 to 3z03.org informs, trains and supports professionals, policymakers, and parents in their efforts to improve the lives of infants and toddlers. National Council on Disability, NCD. ncd.gov. cec.sped.org, Council for Exceptional Children is one of the big special ed. orgs. community.cec.sped.org. pubs.cec.sped.org. Specialidukatayan Legislative Summit.org. cecconvention.org. cec.sped.org/professional-development/webinars. cec.sped.org/professional-development/events-calendar. cec.sped.org/professional-development/professional-development-hours. jobiboard.specialidcareers.org. cec.sped.org/professional-development/professional-training. cec.sped.org/publications. cec.directfrompublisher.com. cec.sped.org/publications/cec-journals. cec.sped.org/special-ed-topics. cec.sped.org/special-ed-topics/international-special-education. cec.sped.org/special-ed-topics/specialty-areas. cec.sped.org/special-ed-topics/who-are-exceptional-learners. cec.sped.org/tools-and-resources. pubs.cec.sped.org/special-education-today-archive. tolovetheweek.org. cec.sped.org/podcasts. cec.sped.org/tools-and-resources/for-families. facebook.com/secq. linkedin.com/company/2756373. pinterest.com/secq. twitter.com/cec membership. highleveragepractices.org. cec.sped.org/tools-and-resources/for-families. cec.sped.org/podcasts. multibriefs.com/optn.php?cec. cecblog.typepad.com. facebook.com/secq. cec.sped.org/policy-and-current-sped-secondary-education-education-act. cec.sped.org/content/navigation menu/policy-advocacy/legislative-ACTION-center/default.htm. TAalliance.org/PTI directory/PCList.asp, Technical Assistance Alliance for Parent Centers. Parent centers serve families of children of all ages, birth 26 years, with all disabilities, physical, cognitive, behavioral, social, and emotional. Site includes a map to find parent centers in your state. ed.gov/parents/needs/spest/edpics.jhtml, Office of Special Education Programs, OSEP. OSEP is dedicated to improving results for infants, toddlers, children, and youth with disabilities by providing leadership and financial support to assist states and local districts. eric.ed.gov, Education Resources Information Center, ERIC. Sponsored by the ies.ed.gov, Institute of Education Sciences, IES. ed.gov/index.jhtml, U.S. Department of Education, ERIC provides ready access to education literature to support the use of educational research and information to improve practice in learning, teaching, educational decision-making and research. eParent.com, Exceptional Parent. Provides practical advice and educational information for families of children and adults with disabilities and special health care needs. Publishes Exceptional Parent magazine 10 times per year. CharityCharge.com/category/special-needs lists 9 orgs. BloomingWIThautism.org. EasterSeals.com. AlliesNewJersey.org. HILLS-INC.org. LegacyOfHopeFoundation.org. VenturousTravel.org. TheaRCAlliance.org. AdvoPPS.org. AutismsPeaks.org. teach-nology.com/teachers/special_ed/organizations, special education organizations you need to know. Self-advocacy.org, Advocating Change Together, ACT. ACT is operated by and for individuals with developmental disorders or other disabilities. AUTISM-SOCIETY.org, Autism Society of America. Autism has steadily inclined in numbers. This group encourages lifelong access and opportunities for child with autism or Asperger's syndrome, as well as their families. NAMI.org, National Alliance for the Mentally Ill. The focus of this organization is to be a support to individuals with mental illness and their families. PETC.org, Parent Educational Advocacy Training Center. PETC. PETC educates parents on the rights of their special needs children and ensuring that districts adequately provide for these rights. TASH.org, the Association for Persons with Severe Handicaps. TASH. TASH is an international group for people with disabilities, their families and advocates, aiming for the inclusion of special needs individuals in all aspects of society. WAPD.org, World Associations of Persons with Disabilities. WAPD. WAPD advocates for persons with disabilities at the national, state and local level. teach-nology.com/teachers/special_ed/disabilities/down syndrome. teach-nology.com/teachers/special_ed/disabilities/ADHD, or teach-nology.com/teachers/special_ed/disabilities/visual_impairment, visually impaired. acb.org, American Council of the Blind. diabetes.org, American Diabetes Association. afb.org, American Foundation for the Blind, AFB. deafchildren.org, American Society for Deaf Children. Angelman.org, Association for Persons with Severe Handicaps, TASH. autism-society.org, Autism Society of America. biausa.org, Brain Injury Association. youcando.org, Can Do. ADAO.org, Eating Disorders Education Organization. ncld.org, National Center for Learning Disabilities. ed.gov/offices/ozrs/nidrr, National Institute on Disability and Rehabilitation Research, NIDR. visionofchildren.org, Vision of Children. Special Ed. Organization for Administrators and Teachers. cec.sped.org, Council for Exceptional Children, CEC. CEC is the largest international professional organization dedicated to improving educational outcomes for students with special needs. DisabilityOnline.com, DisabilityOnline.com. This large database provides a wealth of information on disabilities. Interdis.org, International Dyslexia Association, IDA. IDA is a non-profit organization dedicated to the study and treatment of dyslexia, one of the main learning disabilities. NASTE.org, National Association of Special Education Teachers, NASET. This national membership organization is for special educators and those preparing to become special educators. edc.org/ncip, National Center to Improve Practice in Special Education. The center promotes the effective use of assistive and instructional technologies by educators and providers. NOD.org, National Organization on Disabilities. The objective of this group is to serve as a resource regarding any questions pertaining to disabilities. SPEDX.com, SPEDX. This website provides links, documents, teacher resources, and a discussion board. In addition to these national organizations, there are numerous other national groups that focus on specific disabilities, such as care.com/c/stories/10-helpful-special-needs-organizations. p2pusa.org, Parent to Parent USA. NewYorkLN.org, National Youth Leadership Network. ncwd-youth.info, National Collaborative on Workforce and Disability for Youth. TheMorganProject.org, the MORGAN Project. FCSN.org, Federation for Children with Special Needs. FamilyVoices.org, Family Voices. ParentCenterNetwork.org, National Parent Technical Assistance Center. CEC.sped.org, Council for Exceptional Children. DSUSA.org, Disabled Sports USA. Teach.com/special-education/special-education-organizations. NASTE.org. The National Association of Special Education Teachers. The Council for Exceptional Children. CEC.sped.org. The Association for Persons with Severe Handicaps, TASH. TASH.org. National Organization on Disability. NOD.org. nod.org/resources/benchmarks.html. National Center for Learning Disabilities. ncld.org. ldnavigator.ncld.org. ldnavigator. ncld.org/scholarships-and-awards. The ARC. thearc.org. autismnow.org. Autism Now. Get ready to read. getreadytoriyad.org. The Office of Special Education Programs. ed.gov/about/offices/list/ozers/osp/index.html. idea.ed.gov/explore/home. idea.gov. As part of the U.S. Department of Education, OSERS is a supporting force behind many programs that serve people with disabilities. Individuals with Disabilities Act, IDEA. ed.gov/about/offices/list/osers/ospi/programs.html. Stopbullying.gov/what-u-can-do/educators/index.html. Specialid News